Europe. Once the cradle of knowledge, now a continent in decline. Europe, once the cradle of knowledge, democracy, revolution, and modern civilization, is now quietly entering its twilight. An old continent with outdated thinking, slowly fading into irrelevance, still lulled by the illusion called stability. Have you ever felt this? When you look at Germany, Europe's largest economy, what do you see? A stable country, or a nation stuck in place, lost in a political whirlwind with no clear direction? Germany, the heart of Europe. A country once leading the world in science, technology, and economics, now slowing down while the rest of the world accelerates. In a world where nations like the US, China, and India are exploding with breakthroughs in AI, advanced tech, and future trends, Germany, with its vast economy, is struggling with stagnation. The German economy is stagnant, with low growth, declining industrial production, and a rapidly aging population. These aren't new problems, but they remain unsolved. There's a severe labor shortage, yet no smart immigration strategy. Germany, once Europe's economic powerhouse, now heavily depends on global supply chains, making it extremely vulnerable. The recent energy crisis was just the tip of the iceberg, and while the world races ahead in AI, semiconductors, and cutting-edge technology, Germany is falling behind. There's no bold strategy to embrace future trends, only a clinging to outdated economic models. Government policies lack long-term vision. Europe may pride itself on stability, but without reform and innovation, stability simply becomes stagnation. Politics in Germany, and much of Europe, now resembles a game of musical chairs. The same traditional parties, CDU, SPD, rotate in power, yet bring no real change. Democracy here is no longer about bold new ideas rising, but about clinging to the old, where anything new is feared and dismissed. After 16 years under Angela Merkel, the German people no longer believe in bold reform. Everyone fears the unknown, and this isn't just Germany's problem. It's Europe's. New political parties, young movements, they lack strength and cannot reach the root of the problem. The middle class is exhausted, while populist and far-right movements are gaining ground, eroding faith in the old political order. Europe's political system is too conservative to change, too slow to be reborn. Politics has become the protection of outdated values, not the creation of new ones. Meanwhile, the lack of long-term vision makes Europe vulnerable to the tidal waves of global transformation. Europe is in the midst of a deep crisis, one few dare to name. It is a crisis of belief. Europeans no longer believe in their governments. They no longer believe in the future. Young people no longer dream of a prosperous, powerful Europe. Instead, they look for opportunity elsewhere. The middle class, once the engine of economic growth, is now drained, crushed by rising taxes and living costs, while incomes stagnate. Businesses can't innovate in a backward legal system. Education is falling behind the world. Europe, for all its great history, is now facing a generation that no longer believes in itself. Europe has forgotten how to inspire dreams and is drowning in a quiet crisis of faith. While the rest of the world advances at lightning speed, Europe is bogged down in petty debates over outdated laws, half-hearted environmental policies, and trivial personal rights. The US is exploding with advances in AI, clean energy, and space tech. China is building a tech ecosystem, dominating global supply chains. India is rising fast, becoming the world's factory. Meanwhile, Europe is stuck in internal squabbles. There's no unified strategy, no collective mind shaping a bold future. History shows, great empires don't collapse from external invasion, but from within. Rome, the Ottomans, the British Empire. They all fell because they refused to change. Too stubborn, too attached to the old ways, too slow to adapt. Europe faces the same danger. It may have a magnificent intellectual legacy, but without the will to adapt, it will become nothing more than a memory, no longer a guiding light, but a fading shadow in history. Europe doesn't need to return to the past. It needs rebirth. And that rebirth isn't just about changing governments, but changing mindsets, from chasing stability to seeking purpose, from clinging to the past to shaping the future, from avoiding risk to embracing the unknown. If Europe doesn't change, it will become just another tale in history, a place where people only sigh and say, "There once was a great continent." So the question is, are you ready to be part of the revolution? Are you ready to awaken and help build a brighter future for Europe? Like, subscribe, and share this video to continue this journey of awakening, not just for Europe, but for the entire world. Together, we can make it happen.